Everyone, it's Mike. What is going on? During this video, I'm going to do a Q&A. I'll first go over some commonly asked questions that I have in the pipeline. Firstly, what is your current nootropic stack? All right, I'm taking nootropics 3 times per day. The first would be my morning routine, where in my morning stack, that is a combination of nootropics that can help me with productivity, as well as nootropics that can help me with my workout. I take a pre-workout, and along with that, I take my typical nootropics. So I have them all here. Firstly would be Noopept, which I really like. It's going to help to increase your focus. It's going to help to increase your concentration. Again, not only is this going to aid and really benefit you in terms of your productivity, but for your workouts as well. They're now, even in pre-workout supplements, they're actually beginning to add nootropic, like a typical proprietary blend for nootropics. So Noopept is common, alpha GPC is common, vinpocetine is common. So I take a bit of Noopept. I take N-acetyl-L-cysteine, which as well is going to help you as far as not only your focus, your concentration, but it's an antioxidant, which can help you in aiding your recovery after your workout as well. What else do I take? I take a bit of L-theanine just because I'm taking caffeine pre-workout, and L-theanine will help you to just eliminate any unpleasant side effects like jitters. I feel a bit of anxiety typically when I take caffeine, so a good ratio of caffeine to L-theanine is like 1 to 2, meaning 1 caffeine to 2 L-theanine. So 100 milligrams and 200 milligrams of L-theanine. So in my pre-workout, it's typically like 200 milligrams of caffeine. So I'm using 400 milligrams of L-theanine. I prefer buying this in the powder form just because I can be the person that doses it accurately. Like it's a little bit inconvenient because you need like a good kitchen scale that can measure with milligrams. So you can buy those. They're sold on Amazon. They're sold on Nootropics Depot as well. I'm taking a bit of lion's mane pre-workout as well in my morning stack, which is going to improve. It's going to just improve you as far as your BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. You should look that up, as well as NGF. It's essentially going to make you smarter. It's going to help you to see things and comprehend them and be able to like kind of shift your perspective when it comes to different things. You can almost notice you'll be more curious when you're taking lion's mane. I really like it a lot, as it can do some profound things for a nootropic that other nootropics can't do. And as well, I'm taking alpha GPC. I love alpha GPC for pre-workout purpose and just throughout the day. It's going to just really make all your other nootropics be a lot more effective. I find that when I'm taking my nootropics and I'm not taking alpha GPC, there's a big difference. So if you're somebody that's taking nootropics and you're not noticing results, take it with some alpha GPC and you will really begin to start to see results. So I like it that way. And then as far as like my pre-workout supplement, that just has some caffeine. It has some things which is going to aid you in your workout, and in terms of like increasing your power output, increasing your aerobic capacity to do cardio for longer periods or at more intensity. So that's my morning stack. And then throughout the day, I'm taking all the same things, but I'm not taking caffeine, and I'm also taking Bacopa, MONNIEIRI. If you're unfamiliar with Bacopa, it's specifically used to enhance your memory, like things like short-term memory, long-term memory, word recall, learning retention. It probably is the most powerful nootropic when it comes to improving your memory. I find anyway, like ginkgo biloba did nothing for me. Other nootropics that had some promise in memory, even like choline sources or like the racetams, I did not find anywhere as effective as Bacopa. But I would take this in the pill form if I were you, as it is, man, it tastes absolutely horrible. This is probably one of the worst tasting nootropics. That's like what the powder looks like. Man, even the powder, man, it smells awful. But that is Bacopa. And then I take ashwagandha throughout the day, but not again pre-workout. What this is going to do, it's going to help you with calmness. There's some evidence showing that it can increase your testosterone, but I don't believe it improves it that significantly. More so just helps you to like to stay a bit unattached to the process. You can approach your work from like more of like a state of just being calm, being resourceful. Like, as they say, nothing gets done in a frantic office. And if you're somebody that just finds that you're kind of in your head too much, you're a bit indecisive, you're not that calm during work, then you'll benefit a lot by taking ashwagandha. This is KSM 66. And then twice per day, so in my late afternoon stack and early evening stack, I'm taking rhodiola rosea, which is, as I say, it's like a nap in a pill. It'll help you to fight fatigue, and it'll help you just be able to endure like a longer work day. You'll find that if you're somebody that typically starts to get a bit tired from work after 5 to 6 hours, then take some rhodiola in the late afternoon, and you'll just be able to get through your work. You'll find you're just in a more resourceful state. All your faculties are there, and you can mentally and physically notice a significant improvement in like your energy levels. It's pretty strong. I like rhodiola rosea a lot. There's different forms of it. This is from Nootropics Depot. You can buy it there. They sell it in a few different variations of it, but they're all pretty much effective in my opinion. So that's my nootropic stack. Again, the only difference is just in the morning, I'm taking more caffeine. I'm taking more stimulants to aid my workout, as I work out pretty much every day now, because of what's going on. Definitely I'm finding the time to work out every day. So the morning I'll take my caffeine, I'll take my stimulants, I'll take some things which can benefit me pre-workout wise, like beta-alanine, like L-carnitine, citrulline malate, all those ingredients that can just help you with your pre-work, that can just help you to build muscle, lose fat. But then otherwise, throughout the course of the day, I'm not taking that many stimulants. I'm just really taking things that can help me be my best self. Like everybody has that best self. You'll find some people are like most productive in the mornings or the afternoon. But the goal is just to stay in that state the whole day. And that's where nootropics can really help you, and just help you as well, just to improve your mood. And I really like that in my stack, pretty much everything is very, very strong at improving your mood, particularly though, like lion's mane. There's a lot of evidence done showing that lion's mane can help you to just deal with anxiety, deal with depressive symptoms as well. And yeah, this is very, very effective just overall for improving your mood. You can buy it in the capsule or you can buy it in the powder form. This is the powder form, although I have it in capsules as well. It doesn't really make a difference. It's like a brown powder. It does clump together a little bit, so be sure just to not have it with water in there. All right, next question. Next question is, what is your morning routine like? And I guess they're meaning that in the context of outside of nootropics. So what I'll do typically is in my morning routine, along with my nootropics, I do a 10-10 where I write 10 things I'm grateful for. Like I'm grateful to be alive today. I'm grateful for the gift of life. I'm grateful that I have clear skin. I'm grateful that I have a great workout and a great physique coach. Then I write 10 intentions for the day. So an intention could be as simple as get 10 new subscribers on YouTube. I'm in sales, so I may want to book like 1 or 2 appointments. I sell homes here in the greater Toronto area. So again, that's 10 things I'm grateful for, and then 10 intentions for the day. And then beyond that, I also do the 5-minute journal. Just grab that for you. This is the 5-minute journal. Man, I've been doing this for a long time. You can buy these books. I think they're like, here we have Indigo in Canada. I'm not sure what the known bookstore is from wherever you're watching this from. But I first heard about this from the Tim Ferriss book, The 4-Hour Workweek. And what it is it's pretty much like every day is one journal entry. And it's just as simple as, like that's what it looks like. So this is, for example, one day where it just has like the date. You fill it in the top. It has a nice inspirational quote. And then you fill it in. So 3 things that I'm grateful for. 3 things that would make today amazing. Or sorry, what would make today great? So I'm grateful for what would make today great, and then daily affirmations. So an example of like, as I said, I'm grateful for whatever, like my YouTube channel. What would make today great? Getting in like a productive 10 hours and sleeping early. And then daily affirmations. I'm a gladiator, or I'm present, or I'm forgetting the past, or I'm only looking forward, or I'm choosing to be optimistic. I love affirmations. Oh man, they feel so good, whether you write them, whether you just scream them out loud. I'm a gladiator. Just do whatever works for you. But man, like the more affirmations you can do, just the more it just injects your conscious and your subconscious mind that those those positive things which you need. That's my morning routine, and then along with my workout. And then just if I have a mastermind call, or if you're in sales, like I'm in sales, I do a role play where I just call like a agent friend of mine or somebody who else is in sales, and we just go over some common objections. Like a typical objection, somebody answers the phone, they go, "I'm not interested." Great. How do you know? Maybe you are interested. Simple things like that, just to help you get your energy up, just to practice with people. It's better practicing on like role play partners versus practicing on clients. That is very expensive. That's my morning routine. What do I think of other nootropic YouTube channels? And they've listed a few. Hey, I think they're all great. I haven't really, I don't really browse too many other channels. I mean, everybody has their own opinion when it comes to nootropics. I don't have any, there's no nootropic channels in mind which I would persuade you not to watch. I don't really feel like there's bad information out there. Just some information is presented in ways which you may simply like more, right? So yeah, I don't have anything bad to say. There's no particular other nootropic channel which I think is maybe better than others. Quite honestly, I don't know too much about them. But hey, like if you're curious about a particular nootropic, I may have one opinion about it, whereas another person may have a different opinion. Maybe me, for example, I may like something like modafinil and somebody may not. So it's good just getting some other opinions here and there, but just, find somebody who you really believe is giving you a true, sincere message and has some good information for you. And yeah, just follow that person, I'd say. How did your YouTube channel get hacked? I don't know. It was interesting. It was like after my first YouTube payment, one day afterwards, it got hacked. So the password was just changed. YouTube isn't being too helpful in getting my account back, so I made a new one here. It is what it is, right? Just be that persistent person that is always moving forward. And next question. Do you like modafinil? Oh man, that's a hard one. I do and I don't. I don't because I feel like it's very overrated, and I feel like it's just gained so much popularity because of what's put out there in the media about people who've taken it consecutively every single day for a few years and just saying they essentially have taken off their careers. I'm not really a believer in that. I don't think it's as effective as people can make it seem to be. What it can do very nicely is it will help you to improve your productivity and your focus and your concentration and your mood, but it can really like suppress your emotions, and it can make you worse in a lot of, when it comes to like a lot of skills which you typically would be good at. Like if you're somebody that is a very good communicator, trust me when I say you are better off without modafinil. Like with modafinil, it is hard to talk to people. You're just way too impatient for people. You can't empathize with them. You can't be a good listener. And that's really important, especially if you're like in sales, you're somebody who's just like in meetings. To have that ability to be a good communicator, know what to communicate to the other person to clearly get your message across. That is difficult with modafinil because you can't read people. You can't, to extent, like know what they're thinking and know what message is going to be appropriate for whatever circumstance or for whatever the context of the conversation is. That being said, though, where modafinil is good is if you're somebody that is just behind a computer all day, like you're an online entrepreneur that maybe you're not talking to people or having one-on-one conversations. Modafinil can just help you just to stay focused in that you'll find like without modafinil, you'll need a break in the maybe like 90 minutes to 2 hours, or I'm that way anyway. Like if I'm doing something for about 2 hours, I need a break. I need to take a walk. I'll walk my dog. I'll do like a meditation, or I'll take a nap. But with modafinil, I'm able to go like 4 or 5 hours of just straight work. But again, that's just like computer work. That's outside of the context of talking to people. And like if you're like an accountant or if you're even like a student, then modafinil I think is great. Modafinil will help you read a lot faster. You'll be able to read faster. You'll be able to retain information well. Like your physical, mental energy is really, really high. But modafinil, another just bad thing which comes with it in all contexts regardless of what you're doing, is that the crash is really bad. Like somewhere after maybe 10 hours of your ingestion of taking modafinil, man, you're so unproductive. You have the headaches, and there's nothing much you can do to fight it. You can take a bit of alpha GPC just to help you get through that and just to like mitigate those side effects, but it's not effective enough. You can again just drink like a lot of water. That can help you a bit. I mean, I go through 2 of these every day. This is like a gallon, and Hey guys, you should buy one of these if you don't already have one. This is a Mammoth mug. And man, it just makes drinking water so easy. So that's my take on modafinil. Me personally, I'm just using it about twice per week, maybe even once per week. I have a YouTuber which says, what do I do if my energy and motivation is low, and how do I fix it? That is a good question. And you're probably asking that question seeking nootropics, but a lot of it generally comes down to like a hormonal issue. If it's that bad to the point that nootropics, working out, having a healthy diet is not helping, then get like a full blood panel and just be a bit persistent with your doc and tell them to get things tested like your thyroid and your testosterone. For me in the past, when I had really bad energy and motivation, and I fixed everything from getting like a good workout in, from changing my diet several times, from like the keto diet to a lower carb to a higher carb to a Mediterranean diet, lowering my protein. I tried everything, and then it eventually just came to the point that I went to my doc and I said, do a full blood test, and it came out that my testosterone was low and my thyroid was low, which were the reasons essentially why. And once we just had appropriate tools in order to fix that, then everything got better. So that would be the first thing that I did. Afterwards, then just look at your supplements you're taking. If you're somebody who's taking a lot of nootropics already, maybe you'd benefit from taking some off, because there's a lot of nootropics that people do actually notice getting brain fog from, or just nootropics which don't help them that well. But of the nootropics which I've discussed here in the beginning of the video, none of them would really fit that category. Like some people can feel a little bit off when they take like alpha GPC or when they take Noopept, and that's just because you're not dosing it properly. Like these two nootropics specifically, if you dose them too little or you dose them too high, it's very common to get brain fog and to feel like a little bit more fatigued than you typically would. So you have to be mindful of that. And yeah, that's really important. If your energy and your motivation is low, it's usually just an issue with your testosterone or your thyroid. Typically, it's not vitamin D. It could be if you're somebody in Canada like myself that does not have much sunlight or exposure that way. So vitamin D could help, but not as significantly as you would think. Hope that's helpful, guys. I'll look forward to seeing you in my next live stream.